Welcome to one of the best matchups of Week 15, the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills. In Detroit, it's going to be a matchup to watch, and the Bills have a really good chance to win as long as they shore up their defensive incapabilities, because last week was a really bad beat for their defense, especially in fantasy. Minus 11, oh boy, over 400 yards, not a good day. But we're going to go over it like we always do. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and let's get over it. The freak known as Josh Allen was electric last week. Over 300 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns, over 80 yards on the ground, 3 rushing touchdowns. MVP moment in every sense of the word. No interceptions. He was fantastic and single-handedly nearly carried that team to a win. Ensured their defense. All their defense had to do was to make one more stop last week, and they probably win that game. And they had a chance to come back. They stopped the Rams. They got a chance to run back the punt, but they choose not to take the ball and take it to the house, or at least try to. At least try and fumble Ruski your way to it. I don't know what happened there. Bills definitely had a chance to win that game. But as long as Josh Allen is playing the level that he is, they have a chance to win. They just will always be in game. They're going to need it this week with the Lions' high-powered offense coming in. I mean, they've been great. Sonic and Knuckles, David Montgomery, and Jahmyr Gibbs are just electric. They're both so good. They're both great on the ground. They're both great in the air. And they're both great at blocking as well. Amon-Ra St. Brown continues to be one of the best wide receivers in the league, even though last week he benefited from a obvious pass interference penalty. He ran up, pushed the defender away, and then caught the ball. That is pass interference of the offensive variety in every sense of the word. And I know I'm a Packer fan, but I totally feel like we were jobbed last week. There's a missed roughing the passer penalty late in the game. There was the hands to the face penalty on Zadarius Smith that never got called, literally nearly ripping the guy's helmet off. Just not there. Zadarius Smith out there was just out there to kill. He has this weird vendetta against the Packers. I don't know what it is, but like Zadarius, you're the one that ran yourself out of Green Bay, and it was not the Packers. But yeah, there's several missed penalties last week, and that game was so close. If you're going to call offensive PI on Christian Watson for just bumping a wide receiver, then you got to call it on Amon-Ra St. Brown for literally pushing the guy away. Now, again, it might not have made the difference because the way the Packers defense was playing at the end of the game might not have been able to stop the first down. But still, it would have been another 10 yards that the Lions would have had to gain. And again, I don't want to make this all about the Packers and Lions, but the Lions definitely were the benefit of some really bad calls last week, or no calls, and as a result, they were able to win. But back to the Lions and the Bills. The Bills, Taylor Rapp and Rasul Douglas are both not practicing as of Wednesday, so that's not good. Terrell Bernard, still a great linebacker out there. Von Miller still getting sacks, even in his elder days. But Bills' defense just has to be better. I mean, I doubt they play as bad as they did last week, this week again, because it's just for the Bills' defense, that is a black eye. They haven't played that poorly since playing against Baltimore. And I expect them to be better in this game, but hopefully Rasul Douglas and Taylor Rapp are both able to play because I need them going against the great offense that is the Lions. And Jared Goff is still a great quarterback, but again, he had his moments last week that could have very well gone the other way. Josh Allen right now is the leading MVP candidate, has to be. There's nobody else out there that deserves it more than Josh Allen. He's single-handedly carrying this team. If you take Josh Allen out of the Bills, they're probably a 5 to 6 win team. And if you take Jared Goff out and switch him with somebody else, the Lions are still maybe not as good, but at the very least, they're at least a 12-13 win team. I really do believe that. Yes, Jared Goff has played well, but if you can interchange him with a lot of other quarterbacks in the league and get some more results just because of how good the team is around him. But it's in Detroit. That place is going to be rocking. But I really think the Bills have a good chance to win. It's all contingent on their defense. If their defense cannot improve from last week, boy, it's going to be another high-scoring game that could end up with the Lions having the ball at the end and getting a field goal because the defense can't stop them. But as long as Josh Allen is playing like he has been, they are going to be kept in games. I expect Josh Allen to have at least another 3-touchdown game this week because, yes, the Lions defense, yes, they're on their taxi squad and everything, so they get all the benefit of the world, but still, the Lions still can be had. The Lions still can be attacked. They still nearly lost to the Bears, and the Packers nearly beat them this week, if not for a couple of bad calls. But yeah, it's going to be a really close game. Place is going to be rocking, like I said, and I can't wait to see it. Goff versus Allen, James Cook versus Sonic and Knuckles. James Cook, that's another thing for the Bills. They need to get James Cook going on the ground. He had like 7 carries last week and only like 15 yards. You gotta get more than that. When the Bills are at their best, they're running well and they're passing. They're opening up the passing with the run. That should be more how this team will. I know they have a guy like Josh Allen, but when Josh Allen doesn't have his best games, the Bills still probably win because they have a mix of great running and great passing as well. They need to bring that rushing game back. They have Ty Johnson. He's a pretty good third running back. They have Ray Davis. He's a pretty good backup. And they have James Cook, one of the better running backs in the league. Run the ball. You can run the ball against this Lions team. You absolutely can. Josh Jacobs was able to run against him for a lot of the game. Probably should have had more yards than he did, but he had 3 touchdowns last week, nearly 80 yards. He was great. He was truly a good running back last week. You can run against the Lions defenses, especially with guys like DJ Reader out. We'll see if DJ Reader is able to play this week, and others. The Bills should be able to get things going on the ground, and they should be able to win this week. I don't know if I'm going to pick the Bills this week. I think the Lions have the better team, but for now, I leave this up the chance to change it should the Bills defenders that I submit, like Taylor Rapp and Rasul not being able to play. But right now, as of Wednesday, December 11th, the Buffalo Bills will go into Detroit and beat the Lions. They're not no domination here. Made that mistake last time. It's the best way to get noticed on YouTube. You have to use words like that to get noticed sometime. Otherwise, with a channel like mine, they just get passed over for guys like Tom Grassi and others. Now their content is better than mine, but it's really hard to get past that algorithm in YouTube. It really is. But for now, the Bills are going to beat the Lions by a score of, like last week, 34-31. Just this time the Lions are going to be opposite side of it. The Bills win. The Lions lose for the first time since week 3 against Tampa Bay. It's going to be a great game. One of the best of the week. Let me know what you think down below. Have a great day. And as always, God, go Pack, go. And God bless.